likes to act very, like, dumb about it. Like, he likes to act like he doesn't know that he's so good looking, but he knows, and he uses that to his advantage. So, good for him, but don't love the sneaky of it. Okay, and then also Lisa Rinna. I love Lisa Rinna. I obviously watch The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. It's the only Real Housewives series that I've watched. I dabbled in Salt Lake City, but Beverly Hills is the OG, so that's what we went with. R.I.P. Kim Richards, not from real life, but just from the show. She's iconic. She is #1 on that show. But anyways, so love to see her as a traitor. And then the other girl, what is her name? That's actually so bad that I don't know her name. But at the start, I didn't know who she was. Again, she's a housewife. I wasn't sure exactly from like who she was or what franchise she's from, but she's a housewife. I also actually want to talk about how Michael Rapaport called it from the start that there was probably going to be a housewife as a traitor, and there's two. So he was right about that. I have thoughts on Michael Rapaport. I will save that for later in this video. But anyways, okay, so yeah, the traitors, and then yeah, okay, so sorry, so back to the one, what, I don't even know what her name is. Oh my gosh, okay, wait, I should probably Google it. Okay, let me Google it and get back to you. Candace, of course. Okay, she honestly is, I think, my favorite in the game, which makes it so crazy that I couldn't remember her name. Her name, my apologies. She honestly is playing so good. She is fooling me. Like, I would think she was a faithful if I wasn't in the turret with them, because she is just so innocent and no one is suspecting her. So I cannot wait to see how that plays out. I feel like she's doing such a good job. Okay, but let's get into the fourth traitor, Donna. Guys, I think it is diabolically insane that the producers of Traitors made Donna a traitor. Obviously, she would make, how do I say this? You would think she would make a good traitor because she would be so inconspicuous, but because she's so inconspicuous, everyone would think she's a traitor, and that's exactly what happened. Not only that, but they made her the secret traitor, so that means that no other traitor knew that she was also a traitor, so they could never back her up. So for the 2 weeks, was it 2 weeks? I think it was 2 weeks that they were worried about her being a traitor, no one could defend her because no one knew. So they put her in the worst possible position. I actually commented on her Instagram and was like, girl, you got so wronged on that show. I tried to like DM her, but her DMs aren't open, so I just had to like comment under a post. But anyways, I had to. I was just upset and I had a little wine. But anyways, I thought that that was really mean. Also, it sucked because we never even got to see her like reasoning behind anything. So why had she nominated? Because she like created the shortlist. Why did she create those specific shortlists? I would have loved to have seen her as a traitor, but because she was secret, she didn't get any of that screen time. So that sucks for her. And then also, yeah, she got out right away because of course Donna Kelsey would be a traitor on Traitors. Duh. So that annoyed me so much. I felt so bad for her. I felt so bad. Also, when she was getting like evicted or whatever they used, whatever word they used for the show, when she was getting evicted, I was like so sad. I was like, oh my god, guys, like you did her so wrong. She's such a faithful. And then I forgot that there was a secret traitor. And so then when she said she was a traitor, I was like, what? That was a good part of the show. Okay, I will give the producers that. I did love not knowing, but I don't think they should have made Donna the one that people didn't know. I think they should have either made Rob the secret one or Lisa. I think that would have been way, actually Rob probably would have been a really good secret traitor, especially if it would have been the 3 women to start with. I feel like that would have been iconic. Oh, yeah, so that really sucks, but anyways, okay, so there's that. And then I would really like to discuss the whole Ron Porsha debacle. This has been bothering me beyond. I'm gonna soft speak right now, not whisper. This bothered me beyond because was suspicious of Porsha, it was because of her two things that she misspoke, right? She said, I killed him, and then she said something about being a traitor. So when Ron brought that up at the round table, Porsha admitted to that. Donna was a witness, which unfortunately she was a traitor, so that really didn't say much. And Michael Rapaport was another witness, which again didn't say much because he is a lunatic. So it just put Ron in a really bad position. Okay, no, I have so many thoughts. But anyway, so I think that it's not fair that they went after Ron because Porsha was a faithful. Because he was right in what he thought because she admitted it. She admitted to misspeaking, and that was all Ron was basing it off of. And yeah, sure, Donna was a traitor, so maybe that looks like he was trying to, get the votes off of Donna and onto Porsha. Sure, but number one, that would have been way too obvious. Traitors don't do that right away, especially. And then also, Michael Rapaport also had heard these things, and he was a faithful. So I don't know why these people are still so on Ron, but then also I do get it. I do actually get it. But I think that that's super, super sucky for him. And then I think during his speech at the last one when they were going to vote for him and then decided not to, I think. I can't even remember who they voted for in the last one, but they decided not to go for Ron because of his speech. Wait, who did they go for? Did they end up going for Ron? Anyways, I think a lot of them realized that he is a faithful. He really is. So that was unfortunate. Next, I want to talk about Michael Rapaport. Okay, this is going to be a controversial take, so apologies in advance. I don't follow Michael Rapaport. I only know him from his little scene in Friends as a cop, and I didn't even recognize him. My husband had to tell me who that was because I had no idea. But anyway, I genuinely don't think when he said the whole thing about if anyone can keep a secret, it's you, I personally didn't think that he meant anything about Colton's gender preferences. I really just think he meant if anyone can keep a secret, it's you because you're a traitor. Because even when he got called out, he was like, what? Like, I think he didn't even, register to him what they all thought that he meant. Because he didn't mean that. I've heard that he's homophobic and racist, which I, again, haven't looked into him whatsoever. I don't follow him on anything. But if that's the case, then I can obviously see why it would be taken that way. But from someone who knows nothing about his background, who just simply saw that scene for what it was, that's how I took it. And then he apologized for it, and it sounded sincere, and he apologized again in his little diary room, little speech. So I genuinely think that he didn't mean that. That doesn't mean I don't think he's absolutely insane. I do think he's absolutely insane. He played such a bad game. He was entertaining, but he is such a bozo, and the way he eats spaghetti is the craziest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. So, I mean, good riddance, I guess, but that was, yeah, it's just unfortunate he had to play such a loudmouth game and was really confusing to the faithful, so that sucks. But anyway, what else do I want to talk about? I have my little notes there. No, I think that's everything. I am bored of respectfully, I'm bored of the figure skaters. Who am I loving? I love Jam Jam. I really love Jam Jam. I feel like he's not going to make it to the end because people are always going to be suspicious of him. They do think it's a game player. I also think eventually the faithfuls are going to start to think it's Natalie, just because I would think it was Natalie. I would think that she was playing a really, really good game as a traitor because she is really, really smart, like her background on Survivor, number one, and then number two, I think that she's playing kind of a bit inconspicuous, she has no beef with anybody, so I think she would eventually be suspicious. But anyways, these are my thoughts so far. Let me know what you think, if you made it this far in this silly little video, but yeah, okay, that's all. Bye, guys.